What's up, comic and pop culture fans? This is James from Hunter Comics. Once in a blue moon, we do a Wednesday show. In the case of this week, this is a nice jump start to Sunday. So you guys can really get your pile started nicely. Today is a nothing but net show. It reminds me of some old school claim sales where it was just banger after banger. That is one of those ones today. So you guys are going to get first dibs at this stuff. If anything doesn't sell, you'll see it again on Sunday. Nothing's alphabetized. It is completely randomized right now. I did not do a claim sale last Sunday. I kind of felt like I didn't have enough. And now, in just basically a few days, I kind of have too much, and we need to do two claim sales for this week. So we're going to get it started, but there is two long boxes of nothing but keys. And some of it's only $10 keys, but some of it's bangers, as you'll see. Let's just get it started. There's no method to the madness. We'll just get it started. Here's a couple tens, so I'll start you. The cheapest book I think tonight is a tenner. Two near mint copies of Batman: The Dark Knight #1 from the New 52, which is the first appearance of the White Rabbit, who was actually on Peacemaker. And then I literally just got this book in, and I mentioned it in a video of books I never see. And actually, I've had this book twice tonight. So now this is 2 times in a year, which is much more than I usually get. I have a near mint to mint first appearance of Savant of Birds of Prey 56. That's a tough book to find. I have a mid to high grade Spectacular Spider-Man 24. That is the first Hypno Hustler on D. Thanks, Justin, on H. What's up, Jules? Okay, I'll go a little quicker. This is a $20 high, but I've always done them for 10 when I get them in. First appearance of the second Grendel, which is 1. I have a possible 9698 Marvel Premier 31, violently underpriced and underrated first Wood God on D. I have possibly 9698 first Mobius on I. What's happening? 360. How you doing, Mr. Lou? Thanks, Jules. All right. Next, I have a Fine Plus. This is your actual first appearance of Rocket Raccoon. It's Marvel Preview #7 in a nice Mylar magazine. Very nice copy of that. That'll be there on C, magazine size. That's your first Rocket. Next up is a high grade first appearance of Rhodey. That's issue 118 there on D. $20 classic. And actually bought these from a friend. So if that doesn't look like my handwriting, that's because I just kept the sticker he had on it. A Mylar'd up Infinity Gauntlet #1 near Minty on E. And actually, I have options for you on this next one. I have a near mint And then I have one that's like a near mint minus, maybe very fine plus. That's your first Joe Fix It. So you have to say H20 or H15, save $5 on account of condition. This is a good price, by the way. The Key Collector High, I believe, is 75 or 80, and I'm doing the 30 on that, so it's pretty clean. Thanks, Jules. I wonder if Mr. Marsh is in here, my GI Combat guy. I have a mid-grade, maybe even mid to high. This is pretty clean. That is the Origin of the Haunted tank. That's GI Combat 114 from 1965 on F. Next, I have the, I think 1995 or 97, I kind of forget what year, the digest sized, which actually came out the same month as Ghost in the Shell #1. I just assumed it came out either later or before it, but it looks like they released the same time. Ghost in the Shell #1 on B. Now, here's a weird one. Whenever I see God of Thor #1, do you know this is the first cameo of Gore the God Butcher? Which is funny because #2 is where a lot of the value's at. But weirdly, I think this could potentially be an underpriced thing. I don't know. Key Collector 20, I always do 15. But yeah, that's, I guess, your first Gore on E. Near mint to mint. Another 15 here, first Spider Bite and Web Slinger, another Key Collector 20. I do for 15. Vault of Spiders, #1. For those of you just joining in, today is a nothing but keys night in varying degrees. So there's going to be like $100 stuff, $10 stuff, $20 stuff, all kinds of stuff. Here's another one of the lighter ones, a $10. That's your first appearance of Abby Brand in near mint on J. That's Astonishing X-Men 3. Mr. Gayski's going to take a roadie. Thanks, Joe. All right, Green Lantern fans, I bet you haven't seen this before. Now, reasons unknown to me, this is extremely high grade, and yet it only comes in at like just under 200. That is the German edition of Green Lantern. Now, I think because it's the early 70s and not the early 60s, that's why it takes a bite in value. But I feel that that is a really good deal, good price. That's super cool. That's going to be on D. Mr. Marsh is here, and he's going to get that F. It's Jules. I also have De Grune Lantern #7. Very topical. That is your first appearance of Sinestro. Also, the early 70s high grade German edition. I feel like these are a very good price, especially if you think about what the English high grade edition of that. I mean, it's several $1,000s. Save yourself some money and get yourself a German copy. And I'll start a timer on the wall. Serenos. Serenos, you want to pair that with #1 here? And again, you guys will see this stuff again on Sunday, but you are getting first dibs to it. Everything will be alphabetized by that point. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. And we are going to go to either 9 o'clock or 9:30, or if we fill a short box with all the stuff that doesn't sell, then we'll end it early. But let's see if we can go ahead and keep the party going. 300, I got you. Underrated book on B there. I even have some slabs if we can get to it. All right, Grunge Madman. I'm a little surprised we're leaving that much untouched on the wall, so we'll see here. This is a nothing but net sale. Let's see it going. And you can still get your 20% off, but you got to get a few more claims on your belt to do it. 20 claims off all items 100 and under will land you 20% off. You guys want bangers? I'll give you a banger. Your actual Green Lantern #1, possibly about a 5-0, first appearance of the Guardians of the Universe. And Puppet Master, but who cares? G for Green Lantern. It actually presents even higher, but yeah. Ready to get graded. Couldn't find anything wrong with it. The Where the Wild Things Are 2003 variant of Hulk 49. Pretty tough to find that one. I have a little bit of potential gradable Adam Hughes. It's the JSA Classified #2 Classic Adam Hughes Power Girl on D. Jules. And then, as always, Near Mint Classics. First Amanda Waller, Near Mint to Mint, and first Suicide Squad. And you might see more of those pop up. It's not alphabetized, so it's kind of random. Key Collector 18, but I don't need the extra $3. Night Fight #3. It's your first appearance of Alfred Wayne. Let's see. That was Jules. Nice high grade. I kind of think this is a little underrated. That is Teen Titans 23, first appearance of Blackfire, sister of Starfire, and it's your first cameo of Adrian Chase. Anybody likes your bundles, here is a full run in high grade, some newsies in there of Firestar's first solo series. What is the GL? That is a GL #1, my friend. Mr. Pimpykins on D. And I actually still have your pile. So we'll just add a new one. You got it? Here we got about a 4.5. That's your first Craven the Hunter right there. Maybe on a worse day it's a 4, but it's nice. 400 on E, top loaded. It pristine, and I think one of these was even a newsie. The original 90s Darkwing Duck run. And I do believe #1 could be a gradable. And that's going to be there on H. Here's your GL #1. That is what that looks like. Come on, folks, let's pick up the pace here. Fistful of Blood, the Eastman and Bisley team-up issue. It's got some legs to it. Key Collector 20, I'm doing 15. Watch out for that one. Man Cave on G and E. Goodness gracious, Ignatius. Man Cave Comics 6832. Congratulations, Man Cave. Some hell of a claims right there. Here is the link for you to fill out. You put your name, address, all that stuff. You get invoiced after the show. And there are some more bangers even after this. So stay tuned if you're a fan of the big stuff. I also, in case you missed it, you just missed, I'll do 100 for you since you just did that. That is the high grade German edition of that same book. Let me know if you want that. Next up, I wonder if this book has legs right now. This is John Stewart Officially Becomes Green Lantern, high grade 182 on F, and it is a newsie. Claim sale classics right here. First cameo, first full appearance in gradable conditions of Shriek, Lasher, Phage, Riot, and more. Jules. Key Collector 18. I've never had it before, so I'm going to try it at 10. We just got blurry. Avenging Spider-Man 12, first Scarlet Spider-Ham and Symbiote Spider-Ham on E. I also have an extremely high grade What If 37, your first female Silver Surfer. Another claim sale classic. You might even see this again. We're not alphabetized, so we're all over the place, but that's your first Omega Red. Next, I have the first appearance of Sonar 2. That's the second Sonar. That is actually signed by Ron Mars, which is funny. I actually have one of those in my personal collection. And then Judge on G. And Pimpkins just missed out on that one. This one's extremely cool. I have not had this many times. I think maybe once before. If you don't know, this random Iraq Son of Thunder issue, it's number 15, is one of the Masters of the Universe 16-page previews. There's its mention right there. And this is definitely the hardest one to find. It's the least commonly found of them, and it's going to be here on G. PJ Webb is going to go. Wait, PJ Webb, let me just scan to see if you have a pile. I'm not seeing a pile. I guess we're starting fresh. PJ Webb on top row. Cheers. All right. Okie dokie. Where was I? 300 on G. Harm, it's good to hear from you, brother. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Ah, yes. This is an interesting bundle here. So this is the complete run of X23's first solo series. It is absolutely near mint. That is 35. And then I have this one that is just missing randomly, number 5. From the same collection, I was almost able to make 2 complete runs. One is just missing it. Mr. Strillick is going to go with this guy. That's a hell yeah, Strillick. And you know what, Strillick? Green Lantern number 1 is extremely expensive. Getting the German edition, nothing wrong with that. That's pretty cool. Still a first appearance. All right, Ash, I got you started on H. Good choice. Spike Mike. Wait, Spike. Let me just scan to see if you have a pile. Roger. Blah, blah, blah. All right, I don't see it, so I'll start you fresh. Xanthulo. Unfortunately, all we have is D left. I'll take D. You got it. And that was Xanthulo. Make sure you fill out the link, Xanthulo. That'll be how I actually get the invoice out to you. And probably what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to hold the invoices and do all invoices on the Sunday claim sale, since this is kind of like first dibs to the Sunday claim sale, but you still have to fill out the link. I am going to have to fire off a few invoices. So just, yeah, make sure you do that. Here's a simple one. This actually, I didn't know this. I guess it's been so long since I've had one. This is a $40 high on Key Collector. The second print that's with the all red background. That's interesting because I'm pretty sure the first print's just like 10 or 15. I haven't had it, so I'm going to try just doing 20, which is half of the Key Collector high. I also have a near mint, possible gradable. The first appearance of the new Captain Marvel or Ms. Marvel, Ms. Sharon something, I forget what. Let's keep it going. We've got a fine plus, a beautiful copy here of 78 Amazing Spider-Man. That is, if you don't know, the first appearance of Prowler. And that is there on A. Mr. Ravenscroft, let me just see. Sometimes you have a pile. I think we cleaned you up, so we're starting fresh. So parts. Indeed. And then Jules went with A. Congratulations, Jules. Hell yeah. Full run, prestige formats of Batman versus Predator high grade. Oh, a banger. I have a high grade, but the wrap is funky. Look how much of that wrap you see there. I knocked off some of the price because of it, but that is an unbelievably beautiful second appearance of Blade. And first, Saffron Calder on B. We have Vesus on D. J Power CC. I could swear I had a pile with you, or I guess we shipped you out already. J Power. Am I starting a pile with you, or is this a new one? Is this a new pile for you? And welcome back. Who dat? I feel like that happened a lot with like 70s Marvel. Oh my gosh, yeah, this was crazy. This is actually, believe it or not, a freaking flea market find. A beautiful near mint first Admiral Thrawn freaking newsstand. Too bad this isn't 2021. I'm pretty sure this book was like $300 raw. Still a ridiculously good flea market find. Hell yeah, for me. This is a near mint. You want to get this graded. That is your first Hannibal King. Tomb of Dracula 25 on H. Matt Rock, #1. Make sure you fill out the link with your first, last name, all that stuff. Get your address right. If you have an apartment number, you need to put that in there. Please. That's a Lou on H. Nice Lou. Make sure you fill out the link. I have another banger for you. This is another high grade. First appearance of Tigra, giant sized creatures, number one. 1A. I'm going to pick up the pace. From that same X23 collection, it's also X23 number one. This is her first solo issue. And this is also the 1 in 10 potential gradable on C. I also have the awesome foil Spider-Man Adventures number one. People love that. A high grade Batman Beyond 4, first Melanie Walker. Spike Mike, thank you. Six combined $60 value. Deadpool 40 something and Black Panther 23. It is a two-part arc from both very low print runs in which you have Eric Killmonger as Black Panther versus Deadpool on C. Vic L. Lib or whatever, make sure you are in the live chat, not the top chat. The top chat can be misleading, kind of makes it look like you got everything. So who dat underscore comics is going to get that first Tigra. Make sure you fill out the link, who dat. Thank you, sir or madam. Then we have that happened. Wow. G 300. Jules, you just missed that one, but Aaron Wiskovich. Yep. Thanks, Aaron. All right. We're back on track. All right, sweet. First appearance of Dylan Brock, classic $20, Venom 7. This is cool. I have like a 4/5 first Punch and Julie. Not so commonly found Captain Atom right there on A. I also have 1 and 2 of a two-part arc of Hellboy, the Box Full of Evil. Number 1 is your first appearance of Lobster Johnson. That's going to be on H. We have a Skrillex on Cap. Authentic. Web of Spidey 36. Newsy Near Mint first Tombstone on A. Then we have a near mint first appearance of Justice League Detroit. That is now down. It used to be like $35 for a bit. I have like a near mint minus first Jubilee on E. That's X-Men 244. And we have Wheelie on A. I have a couple of these, so don't be upset if you missed this one. Because we're not alphabetized, everything's random. 183, good enough to get graded on H. Here we have a mid-grade Brave and the Bold 40. I might be underpriced on this one. That is your first meeting of John Johns and Green Arrow. Small key significance, but gorgeous book. Love it. First full appearance of Sakaar, son of Hulk, near mint, World War Hulk 5. J. Oh shit, we're going fast. All right, hold on. That happened. Then 300. And I will have that book again. Don't worry, I will definitely have that book again. Greg's going to get an A. Greg, are we starting a new pile for you? I'm pretty sure we are. Greg. Then I have a very high grade first appearance of Jacosta. You want to talk about books that are down in value. This used to be like a Key Collector $100 high. I don't know what happened. 25 bucks on H. And here, of course, is the link. And I'll give you one more. I have like a 3.5 to a 4.0. It's your first Adam Hawkman team up. Adam number 7 on A. And we're going to start a timer on this wall just to keep our momentum going. Hey, Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Reynolds. Brian, I got you over here in a short box. And someone got the. All right, we are caught up. All right, last chance on this particular wall. You got 14 seconds left. You guys are going to let that second blade go, man. That is a gradable right there. All right. Classic Jenny Frison Yara floor cover on B. Looks unbelievably beautiful. Then I have the two presidentials here. We got the Resident Evil Obama cover. Then we have Tremendous Trump, a Hulk #1 homage cover. That's a $10 high. That's a $30 high, but those are minty. So there you go. Next up, we have a mid-grade first appearance of the Spidey clone. Later became Ben Reilly, as you know. Vic, looks like you got that one. VICLLSB. Vic LLSB. Make sure you fill out the link with your first, last name, all that good stuff. And don't forget, everybody, the more books you get, I don't know if that's out of frame, but the more books you get, the higher your percentage off. Rock on. So Vic, and then Ash. Jules. All right, next up, Strange Tales 167. I actually forget the key significance of this. Is it just like classic Stranka cover? This copy is only like a 4.0, maybe 4.5. But there you go. That's pretty dope. Good price on C. This is something super cool. It's the first appearance of Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider. But what's crazy is it is still a near mint, but that is the French version, which interestingly priced out a little bit higher than even the regular copy. So it's funny how some international copies can be more or less. Super freaking cool. I may get that graded if that does not go. Here's a softball for you. Green Arrow's first ongoing series, a $10 classic in near mint, which this is. There you go. Strange Tales 159. A little bit of an underrated book in my eyes. First Contessa Fontaine and Jacob Fury. This copy is about a 5 on F. Leatherface, #1 from the 90s. That's a near mint, good enough to get graded. I didn't even check out the 9.8 value. Maybe I should have looked it up because it could be probably pretty high. Then I have Roger Rabbit 1 high-grade newsie, and 12 bondage cover. 6. Rivy. Rivy? I think we're starting fresh. Rivy. Rivy, I'll start you in a short. Judge. Stephen Riley. I think we have a pile for you. We're starting a new one. What'd you get? I. Okay. Bob's. Both of those are gone. Okay. Fantastic Four number 32, first appearance of Marat and the Death of Dr. Storm. Copies about a 5.5 on B. Then I have a ready to get graded. Number 2 is the important one, but I do happen to have the full thing. First, Darth Plagueis. That is not so commonly found. Love it. Dark Horse, Star Wars Key. Seth, thank you. I have a very fine, if not very fine, plus, which is pretty crazy, of Warlock number 1. Excuse me, even better than Warlock number 1. Marvel Premiere number 1. Despite a black spine, that is looking really good. That's going to be on B. If we did get a little blurry, it'll fix itself. These things, unfortunately, happen. Vic, you got it. There you go, Vic. All right, let's see how we're looking connection-wise. Yeah, I don't know why. We look okay now. I think we're okay. Near mint Mylar complete set of first print Dark Knight Returns. Boom. I don't know why we're having internet trouble. It's like my internet knows that I really, 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 really need this. And it's like, hey, we're going to be awful today. Mike. Right. I. Thank you, sir. Are we looking better in the chat? We're still, why are we blurry? I literally have the most expensive Wi-Fi in the universe. And there are never, ever, ever, ever problems. But now that I'm having a claim sale, it's getting stupid on me. What is happening? Yeah, you know what, guys? Maybe I'll back out and come back in. That actually might do it. All right, yeah, hold on. Give me a second. I am going to it's going to take like 30 seconds. It might even take a whole minute, but I think it's worth it. So give me a second. I'm going to back out and come in. All right, let's see. Did that do anything? All right. Let me know if that's okay. I don't know. In case we start losing it, I'm going to pick up the pace. Here is 1 through 5. Annoyingly, I don't have a number 6, but these look perfect. And as I can tell you, I submit when I do get books graded, I like to send the whole freaking run because like all of them are around $100 in a 9.8 individually. And this looks like another set that can do it. Here is a chart on number 1 War Wings, number 1 mid grade. Jokerized Catwoman 65. Tough to find that one in the internet. I got it for you on A. Thanks, 300. Condition on C is like a 4. F is like a 5. Justin on A. Ribby. And Lou. Then we have X-Men 64. A little bit of late Silver Age X-Men for you. Issue 64, 15 center mid. Here we have a mid-grade 10 center. First, Bizarro Crypto. That's Superboy 82. Nice double digit right there on B. Trask on A. Pretty sure we're starting to pile for you, Trask. Okay. Here is my high-grade beautiful Predator, number 1. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to pair it with my mid to low-grade Predator, number 1, and then randomly also number 3. No, I didn't have number 2, unfortunately. Judge. Batman versus Predator, the collected trade paperback, which actually has a little bit of value to it. I have actually graded that before and gotten the 9.8. Another Batman tough one-shot here. Batman Dark Joker the Wild has a nice little value. Perfect condition, Kelly Jones. Cage, you got it. Come here. Third appearance of Harley Quinn in comics and Roxy Rocket Batman Adventures number 1. I have 2 of them on I. Lou. And Justin. Oh, wait, there's actually 2. Oh, a Lou and a Justin. Claim C and F for 60. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, I need to grab bigger stacks here. All right, let's see. All right, another little pinch of Batman one-shots and stuff. This is the first print Batman Ego. It does have a nice little 9.8 there. You could expand your money if you were to get that graded. I'm kind of putting grading on a pause myself. So you guys can let me know. I'll give you first dibs. Grunge and Jewels. That's a Jewels. I'm looking for Grunge. There you are. And then equally, or almost as equal, Batman Houdini. That's one of the tougher one-shots to find. That's going to be on A. Beautiful copies. If you want, I also just have a near mint Batman versus Predator Prestige format #1. Not a full run, but there you go. Here's the first appearance of Parallax. Are we going to get that in the Lantern show, I wonder? Or any sort of nod to it? We'll see. That is the Newsy, Near Mint Newsy Green Lantern 50. By the way, that is a glow in the dark cover. Grunge and Power. Let's see. Grunge and Power. Aaron. And 6. I always hunt for this book. In a near mint alone, sometimes this Adam Hughes painted cover can be about $20. But this is actually the full run. I couldn't separate it. Felt pointless to do that. So that is the full near mint Lady Rawhide run. Here, we sold this book earlier. Here's the newsstand. First, Amanda Waller, Legends 1. That is the Newsy. I can't remember who got the other Captain Adam, but I have issue 64, I think. That is the New Powers issue, mid to low I. So we got. Okay. That's a Neely on C. Then we have a near mint possible 9698 here, 183. First Gamecock. You heard what I said on J. Then we have with a couple spine ticks, which is why it's not 2530. That's your first Alien versus Predator in comics. Dark Horse presents 36. Actually, pretty similar condition here. Doc Strange 13, first One Above All. And here's some more near mint Batman Cap and Batman Aliens. I got a bunch of Batman one-shots in recently. Mr. Nick, I got you right here. And N7 Austin. I think we're starting a fresh pile here. Vic. And Power. I probably could have saved this for Sunday, but near mint, Bane breaks his back. Another tough to find one shot, the Nosferatu. Something I've never seen before. Animal Mystic #1 and signed by Dark One. It's actually a key for Nikki Roanoke or something like that, and signed copy. Cool. Never seen it before. Have no idea what it is. Authentic. Pipkins. Aaron. What's it? The first Spider Hulk. That is a Newsy Web 70. I have the full run of Venom: The Enemy Within. Beautiful copy on C. X-Men #1, the Beatles zombie variant. That one does have a little bit of value there. Watch out for that. And that could be a 9.8. That looks like a Neely. That's a Judge. Cage, I'm going to move your pile down here. And what do we got? P. Web. That one's just gone. Lou's going to get A. Near mint, 428. Death. Actually, someone was just asking this. I have a near mint #7. It is a Newsy, Secret Wars. That's your first full Julia Carpenter, the new Spider-Woman. Oh my gosh, you guys are probably tired of seeing this. Another near mint full run prestige format Batman versus Predator. Like I said, we're not going alphabetically. We might be running into some dupes here. Sorry. First Sana Staros. This is your cameo and first appearance bundle. They're probably 9/8s, quite honestly. They're super clean. Uncanny Avengers #1, the J. Scott Campbell variant. Key Collector says 30. It's probably a 9/8. I'm doing 20. I'm usually a little lighter on that stuff. Another 20 here in Near Mint, Suicide Squad 1. Kind of tough to find those in Near Mint, actually, because of that black spine. 300. I have in what 1982 you had GI Joe #1, and then like 3 years later you had Tales of GI Joe #1. So don't get caught slipping. And near mint of GI Joe #1 is like 250 or something crazy. This one's a 30, but still great book. And that one in particular could actually be the full 9698. Mr. Aaron. I was going to say this is a claim sale classic, but I actually feel like it's been a while since I've had it. The Death of Supergirl #7. There it is. Power of Warlock #1. I don't remember who got Marvel Premiere #1, but you might be interested in this. It's like the same condition as the other one. Mid to high, more high on E. I have Creatures on the Loose 34. Wow, that's gorgeous. That is a near mint George Perez first cover. That probably means first cover with Marvel. Page. Blue. One of the plat covers. Spectre 59. DC Universe logo alert. First appearance of Artemis near mint. DC Universe logo. Boom. Can't do it, Nick. Can't do it. I think 40 is light on that one. Thanks, Justin. I also have a near mint first Artemis Direct. That actually could be a 9/8 right there. Super clean. And here's the link for anyone who needs it. We're going to go ahead and start a timer. Hey, Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. 1 minute on this wall. Again, if anything doesn't sell, don't worry. You have a second chance on it. Everything's going to be at the Sunday show and alphabetized. You guys are just getting first dibs at starting your piles here. Screw it, plain B. I love it. All right. Oh, it never started. Hey, Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Any more DC Universe logos? It's weird. I literally have been pricing just the last couple days, and I can't remember. It's just muscle memory. Sometimes I don't remember. I get the stuff in, and I try to just get it right back out. "30 seconds, last chance on this wall." All right. We don't want too many full walls going back in the box there. That'll end us early. So let's see what we can do. Oh, wow, there's a banger. Very Fine. Caliber presents #1. That is your first appearance of the Crow. Right there on C. Nothing but net. Near mint. Could be a gradable. George Perez, Wonder Woman #1. Near mint. First Ghost Rider, the 90s one. Near mint. First Cable as a baby, X-Men 201. Near mint, that actually is a first character appearance, I think, but it's also controversial swastika cover. H. I'm just going to fill the wall. Near mint, first appearance of Jakeem Thunder, Flash 134, tough with the black spine. This one is not near mint, but it's definitely in the nines. Hanna-Barbera's The Flintstones #1 from the 70s in Mylar. Near mint, first appearance of Warlock, New Mutants 26. I told you you'd see it again. Near mint, first Omega Red, J. And near mint, Avengers Arena 14, the X-23 homage to Wolverine Limited, #1 on F. All right, this is going to take a second, so hold on. Oh, Palth got a big boy. Heck yeah. Thank you, Palth. Mr. Frank, I have a pile for you somewhere. Hold on. There you are. Strillick H. Cage. $300. Are we super blurry? There we go. Pimpkins. Parks. Spike Mike. Near mint, Jim Lee, 11. Here's cool. Near mint, that's your first appearance of Oracle, Suicide Squad 23. A near mint, Secret Wars #1. Man, I wish this was alphabetized. Six string. J. Scott Campbell, actually still sealed from jscottcampbell.com, the Virgin variant of Black Cat #1. Beautiful. Here is a mid-grade first Modred the Mystic, Marvel Chillers #1. Here is a high grade. You're in the nines. Are you a near mint? Maybe more like a near mint minus. That's the first Apocalypse. And I'll put right next to that Wonder Woman, first Barbara Minerva, who becomes Cheetah, near mint, #7. So #1 and 7 near mint. So what we got? I got that. I think I got, no, I didn't get that. There you go. Pimpkins. And 7. Judge. The Big. Near mint Speed Racer #1 from Now Comics in Mylar. Avengers Twilight #1, the Peach Momoko exclusive. They seem to be going for 20. I'm going to try it for 15. First, James Stark. Full run, high grade, Return of the Jedi. That price was a little lower than I remembered. Near mint, McFarlane, issue 100, first appearance of Negan. Another glow in the dark Venom Enemy Within, possible 9.8 on J. Parks. Is it already getting hard to find people? There it is. D. Pimpkins. Maui? Maui, is that the first one for you? I think it is. Maui. You're getting two. And then Mr. Grunge got J. You ready for this? You want to see something cool? Once in a great while, I get sealed distribution packs from the 90s. And once in a great while, I get one from the 80s. Check this out. I think I have 8 copies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think I put a couple at the antique shop. That is X-Men 184. First appearance of Forge, a bunch of potential 9/8s down there on H. Who wants some vintage item mid-grade? First appearance of the Elite Squad, Sergeant Fury, early number 14 right there. And then I have Marvel Feature 1 and Red Sonja 1. Both of them are like very fine. That's the first issue featuring her on her own title, and this is her actual first own title. All right, let's see how many H's we're doing. I see a Lou and a Judge. I see a Vic. And these, one left. Mr. John. Solar Punk, honestly, sometimes I do, but I'm going to pass on that one. I'm pretty confident in the price on those two. Doom Patrol, excuse me, Showcase 94, Origin of the Doom Patrol through 97, the first Power Girl. So Showcase 94 through 97. It's a mixture of mid with some mid to high grade. Thank you. New X-Men 134, near mint, first Kid Omega. The complete run, near mint of Deadly Genesis. Number 1 is another first appearance of another Summers character. I can never remember which one. Too many Summers. It's too big of a family. Solar Punk Visions, thank you for understanding. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll give it to you for $3 off, just to make it a nice clean 40. Thank you. Solar Punk Visions, all underscores. And I'm going to make the Barbara Minerva 15. Man. Make sure you fill out the link with your first name, last name. That'll be how I can get the invoice to you. And normally the rule, we do Sunday shows and the invoice comes on Sunday. I think I'm still going to do that. So don't freak out if you don't get the invoice tonight. I am going to have to invoice some of you because I need to actually recoup some money from this very expensive collection. But for the most part, piles I'm going to hold for Sunday. You're getting a head start on that pile. I don't remember who got the Sergeant Fury, but I got a couple more. Here's another mid to low, number 10, first skipper. And, well, mid 27, the origin of the eye patch. Elseworld's finest, Supergirl and Batgirl take over the role of Superman and Batman. That'll be on Jay. In the claim, do I write the letters? Oh, that part, that part doesn't matter so much. I just need your name, address, like that stuff. Thanks, John. Gunga just missed Jay. Xanthol. I have you right here. 4, first appearance of the Heliopians, and I actually found one that could be a 9698 for 239 on F. Here I have 2 near mints, 235, first Camo Tharn, an Elder of the Universe. Sure, I'm not that familiar with Bronze Age Thor keys. I don't know that character very well. Steven, thank you. 300 on F. Another one here, Thor, 229. This one is mid-grade, first appearance of Shade Thralls, and an ad for Hulk 181. Cool. Then we have Thor 1, 2, and 3. I put this one on the cover because that's the biggest one. Looks like the value is $25. I'm going to do $15. I don't remember the key significance. I'm so sorry. First Black Winter, maybe? Here's a near mint first appearance of KG Beast, Batman 417. Nap Monroe. Monroe, fill out that link, first name, last name, address, all that stuffs. You'll get the invoice later. Make sure you do that. Thank you. Up here. First, Okoye, Nakia, and Dora Milaje on C. And we're going to start a timer on the wall. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. All right, 1 minute on this wall. We don't want to have to put some stuff back. That's going to make us end early. I would like to go to 9:30. If we fill that short box with the unclaimed stuff, that'll be our stopping point. So let's keep it going. Full wall omnibus. I think that would crash my entire setup here. 10 seconds left on this wall. Next cage. All right, and some of that is a bundle, so that definitely doesn't help fill the short box. Let's see. Forward. Murder Falcon, #1, the Judas Priest variant. And you are not going to believe who signed this. This is freaking signed by Rob Halford, the singer of Judas Priest. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Mr. Pimpykins, I do not know how much. I have not done invoicing yet. That will come on Sunday. And yes, I can bundle that with you. Quick thing on the international shipping. Just a reminder, I say this at least once every show. If you're international shipping, you are sending me the shipping label and the customs. Or what 99% of my international guys like to do is they just see something on my eBay. They buy that, and then I just pop it in that box. That honestly is the easier route, but if you don't want to get a slab on eBay, that's fine. You can completely control the process, and you can send me the shipping label and the customs. I will say this again. I do not ship internationally. If you want me to ship internationally, you are sending me the shipping and the customs, or getting something on eBay and I can bundle. Whew! I usually say that at the start of the show. I definitely say it at least once. Okay. Quick slab interlude. First appearance of the multiple man. Ridiculous to find that in a 9.4 giant size FF 500. Slightly smaller scale. First appearance of the Umbrella Academy. No, we have plenty more raw, trust me. Avengers Arena 14. I just sold this raw. Here is the 9.8. That's the Wolverine Limited Series homage with X-23. Awesome stuff on A. Is C a news? They didn't make newsstands in 2018. Newsstands fell off after like 2012, 2013. Lara Croft Tomb Raider 50, near mint Adam Hughes. Adam Hughes continues with two tough to find Witchblade 87s. Ratables. Spike Mike on A. Thank you, Spike. Neely on H. That has your name all over it, Neely. Neely Pilgrim. Ugh, old man sounds. All right. First cameo and full appearance of Spider Bitch. Old Man Logan, 67 and 68. First appearance of Spawn, 9.6. I'm going with the 90-day average there. On the dot, 78. Beautiful high grade. And in fact, number one is actually a near mint. But number one was a near mint. The rest of them were like very fine plus, near mint minus. Really, it kind of matters about number one. And a newsie, 140. Complete run. Punisher first series. I don't even have this stuff on eBay yet, so all these slabs you're getting first shot at. A couple of them, I think those I have, but first Simpsons comic right there, 9.2. Parks claimed C. I have to double check that because I didn't see it. Parks Ravens on C. Murder Falcon. Rob Halford. Hell yeah, brother. Parks, where are you? Thank you for your claim. That is a hell of a book. Now I just need to find your pile. Parks. There you are. It's a great book, man. I think that one is on eBay, so I actually have to go over to eBay real quick and bop that off of there. Oh, shoot. No, that was older. Okay. Wish I saw that in time. Fake news. It's back up. Got excited. All right. 6 gets a slab. Okay. Any more ASM? Undoubtedly so. Ho! There's one. The underscore Hilted Fet making a return. What's up, Mark? How you doing, brother? A Priest fan, huh? I'm sure you've seen it, but did you see their War Pigs cover? There's a lot of War Pigs covers out there, but I feel like that one's probably the best. That one and maybe the T-Pain one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Trust me. All right. Marvel Superheroes number 17. Is that the first Black Knight solo issue? I think it is. It's like a 4.0 on A. It's in Mylar. Harvey Thriller, giant size, issue number 1 from 1966. The Bee Man. Get excited. It's like a 5.0 on C. Here we have a high grade, maybe near mint minus, iconic Deadshot cover, Detective 474 on F. I told you this was a nothing but net night. It's a banger of a night. First appearance of Nocturna in full, Batman 363 near mint, and Newsy. Thank you, Maui. I'm going to take some slabs down. I need to remind myself to scan those and get them up. Monroe. There you are. How has no one grabbed this on I yet? Maybe you guys just don't see it. There was a time when that was the price of just a Newsy Punisher Limited number 1. And he was just in a movie. Come on now. Near mint 497s, easy softball for you. A couple of those. Batman 340, first appearance of the Mole, and first Jim Aparo on Batman. Near mint. Possible graded here, 572nd appearance of Harley Quinn. That's a good one. TV set. First Cassandra Cain, 567 near mint. Hell yeah. This just turned into a Batman sale. Near mint minus, maybe very fine plus, first Damian Wayne cameo, followed by the near mint full. The Punisher is a Newsy, yes. Authentic. Monroe, first Jim Aparo. D, E, and J. Judge, nice. Michelangelo for Solo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle #1, and Christmas cover 9-4 white. Slab on A. Two more prestige format 90s Batman, Batman Spidey, and Daredevil Batman. Both of them could be gradables, and they look gorgeous. This is now just like a modern classic cover. It's when they went with the cutesy back row look, new costume change, new 52, number 35. That's the cheapest book of the night. Grunge on E. Gunga. I think we're starting the pile. Go. Go. That. Then we have Neely. Nice early Avengers. 4-5, maybe a 5-0. It's issue 14. Then we have a little higher grade here. Probably in the 7s, maybe get that pressure in the 8s. Avengers 60. First appearance of Nucleo and a couple other things. Mid to high grade, giant size Avengers. 1. Nesmith. I. BB Sep D. Caught up there. Yeah, caught up there. Key Collector had a lot of key identifications for this. I didn't write them down. I never remember them. But this is a high grade giant size Avengers #2. It'll be on E. First Lockheed, near mint, maybe near mint minus. Oh my gosh. Near mint, first Omega Red. So just so you guys know who might be new, normally this stuff is alphabetized on Sunday because we keep running into dupes. Maybe it's fun that way. I don't know. Dan Osterman. Mr. Dan, make sure you fill out the link with your first and last name. Make sure your address is perfect. That will, after all, be the spot where it gets mailed to. Here you go. Make sure you fill out that link, my friend. Garcia, 9130. Mr. Garcia, thank you for your claim. Make sure you fill out the link as well. Again, I cannot invoice you. If you do not fill out the link, please make sure you do that. Monroe, thank you. Here's a near mint. First full appearance of Ilyana Rasputin on E. Near mint. First appearance of Apocalypse. Possible near mint minus on this guy, but you're definitely in the 9s. Same thing with this one. First Archangel, I think it's like a 9, like 9-0 on D. Yes, this is a bundle. So it's first cameo and first full appearance. I have near mints. I have 2 of them. Dan, I think there was nothing there when I put that D3 channel. The new one. D3 channel. Make sure you fill out that link. Zev, how you doing? Man, we're going into Sunday with like no spots left. Let's see. Randy Clip, pick 9. Randy, make sure you fill out the link with your first, last name stuff. And in case it got missed, to newcomers, couple things. If you get 10 claims, you get 10% off. If you get 20, you get 20% off. And believe me when I say that that goes a long way. You really notice the 20% off. I really noticed the 20% off. Near mint, first gambit. 2 near mint, New Mutants, number 115, first Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Thank you, Maui. Randy. It begins. All right, another distribution set here. I picked up 4 near mints. First cameo of Mr. Sinister, and Betsy becomes officially Psylocke. 213 X-Men on D. Love it. Cage. That's a Lou, a BB, Roger, and Randy. Lou, BB, Roger, and Randy. Test. I see you, who dat? Okay, let me grab some more. Funny how sometimes I can go an entire year without running into this book. And now I have 3 near mint. First appearance of Artemis. Wonder Woman 90. Beautiful Brian Boland cover as well. Near mint. Comics presents 72. First Weapon X. In the 9s copy, first appearance of, there we go, Jane Foster as Thor on J for Jane. Lou and Fett. Meatball. Add to your pile there. Who dat on J. I have to just find who dat. We have a pile somewhere. Who dat? Right in front of my face, of course. Awesome. First appearance of Scarlet Witch's ass. Just kidding. I'm actually kind of covering it with a sticky note. It's a John Walker as Cap Key. West Coast Avengers 44. I also have a near mint newsie of the frickin' 35. West Coast Avengers. This book exploded very suddenly. First issue special number 8. It's a high grade. First appearance of Warlord. I don't get that one too commonly either. And now we got a full wall. I am going to go to a timer. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Thanks, Joe. All right, 1 minute on this wall. In fact, I'm going to take the slab down. Hold on. That is a near mint on H. That is specifically a near mint price. I wouldn't dare put frickin' $40 on a book like that if it wasn't near mint. It is also a newsie. Vic picked it up. All right, that's time. Oh snap! There's some big boys that come. Someone, I think it was Pimpkins, wanted this book specifically. I have a perfect copy here, Lethal Protector 1. If you want it, let me know. Vision #1, which actually is a pretty valuable book alone, but I do have the hip hop variant on C. Then I have a gradable First Batman Who Laughs with the all red second print. Followed by Journey into Mystery 116. This copy is like a 5.5, maybe a 6. First, The Narrow Stones, and third appearance of Medusa in Mylar on G. Cool, got it. Laura Elite on C. I think that's the first one today, Laura. Nice. Authentic. Actually, you know what's funny about that? Hit the like button or James will tear up your X-Men. Is that a She-Hulk reference? Do you guys remember, like 5 years ago, maybe even more, there was some dude, I don't know if it was Whatnot or YouTube or Instagram, but he had a tantrum live and actually ripped up like a golden age Wonder Woman because no one bought it. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Drop it in the comments if you remember that. That was crazy. And it hit the community like a storm. Everybody was talking about it. It was nuts. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, some rich guy. Yeah, no, it was crazy. Sounds like Whatnot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like a Golden Age Wonder Woman book. Uh, I don't know, man. Insane. All right, Teen Titans 38, first cameo, and 43, first full appearance of Enigma, who is the daughter of Riddler. But I want to point out 38, when you can, look up the amount of things in here on Key Collector. It's like a list of 20 first appearances. Apparently, this book is just loaded. But Enigma's the biggest one, so there you go. Here's like a 5.0 Tales of Suspense 73. Here is a high grade. You're in the 8s, I think. First appearance of the Unmen, Patchwork Man, and Anton Arcane. Swamp Thing #2. I actually think that's a little, not my particular copy, but I think that book in general price is very low. I don't know why. Hard Nips. Hard Nips Gizzardo, who is the greatest username we've gotten here. Looks like you actually got 2. Dude, how am I running out of room already? This is insane. Gunga. Boy. Gunga. Oh, there. And then one of my all-time favorites is the first appearance of Tefe Holland. It's like a near mint minus. That's a Swamp Thing 90. Tough book to find. And then I have 2 pre-code horrors for you guys. I never, ever, 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 ever get this stuff in, so it's really cool. Both of them fall right at around a 4 or 5. Suspense #26 and 27. A and B. Early 50s pre-code horror. Hard nips with the pull. Then we have the first appearance of Valzad, and I do believe you could be looking at a gradable right there on E, followed by an 8-5 Black Panther versus the KKK Jungle Action 19. Uncle Lou with the absolute heat. That's a hell yeah. I only wish I got that stuff in more frequently. That's awesome. Maui, thank you. All right. Then we have some 10-cent Dinosaur Black Hawk cover. That's 143.30 on C. Mid-grade. I have a near mint classic Rogues Gallery 566 Detective. And then I have the first appearance of the Doll Maker, the new 52 Detective, near mint direct, and a very tough Newsy near mint. Shane Thompson, 7. Mr. Shane Thompson, make sure you fill out the link. And most importantly, try to get 10 or 20% off. Again, invoices are probably going to be coming Sunday. Normally, you get invoice within 24 hours, but you guys are getting a head start on the weekend. So we'll start your piles here. Gun goes on A. Judge. All right, next. Is this first cameo flight? I think it is. Batman Beyond #2. Super high grade. Oh, what's that? Newsy. Hell yeah, on C. That is awesome. On a little more affordable, I have a very high grade, maybe near mint, 337 first Snowman. I have a 7.5 Avengers 70 Squadron Sinister Key. This one's first appearance of Valkyrie. The copy is about a 6. It's a $75 on H. Got the Pouf on C. And a kilt. You know, it's been a while since I've had a Batman Beyond. Here's a near mint first Nebula. 257, it is a newsie. I also have a 69, the exact same condition, maybe like one pinch lower. First cameo of Squadron Sinister and first Grandmaster. See? Rivy went with B and I. Who dat? Next up, I have 2 first print Absolute Batman Annual #1s. I have a like 4.5 Abbott and Costello #1. That's cool on I. Laura, followed by Ribby and Hudak. Grade on C probably falls at like a 7. Grade on H more like a 6. Next up, Avenging Spider-Man 9. First, Captain Marvel. Carol becomes Captain Marvel near mint A. I have a small little slew of near mint spawns that are the extremely tough to get spawns. 260, good enough to get graded. I forget what this is. 162 gradable. A bunch of near mint spawn ones. Example. Open loop. Won't let me fill it out. Why, whatever do you mean? I've never heard that before. Here, give me a second. Spawn 261, an extremely hard to find one. That's in like the top 10 of least printed. Shane Thompson. All right. Unfortunately, he said we have to put it back up. So near mint rogues gallery back on the wall 566. PJ. And PJ have a couple more of those tough ones. 265 first King Spider, same thing. F 270 first Soul Crusher, same thing. D 261, an even tougher to find sketch variant. And first Ninja Spawn 160J. Palf. $300. And hard nips, Gizzardo. Followed by 1959's Six Gun Heroes. And this is right in the middle, like a 5D. I have a near mint Simpsons #1. Silver Surfer 44, high 20. Let's see. Maui on I. Perfect Silk #1, first solo. Probably a 9.8. Waddington on D. I think we're starting you fresh, Mr. Wad. Richard. Thank you, Rich. PJ. Spike Mike. Okay, we are caught up. Then we'll do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #7, the very tough to find, especially in near mint, which is literally the definition of a 9.4, is second printing on D. I also have a 9.6 Simpsons Comics #1 on A. That's terrible. Batman the 1989 adaptation. It's actually the tougher second print to find. Prestige format. Let me remove that so you can actually see it. All right, we'll go ahead to a timer. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. You got it. And H. Nice. Swap my Simpsons with Nips and get the graded. Sounds good. All right, Simpsons goes to Nips. And then you'll pick up the graded. Nice. Thanks, Maui. Oh, Vic, that's okay. I'll shoot you an invoice. I don't think I have ever put near mint spawn back in the unsold box. That's a new one. Going to get a little expensive for a second here because I do have some tough to find romance stuff. Secret Hearts number 13 in about a 5.5. Romance stuff, if you don't know, is really tough, especially this stuff. 5.0, Heartthrobs 57. Heartthrobs number 8. 5.0. Heartthrobs number 5, and it's probably in the 8, which is just ridiculous. Look at the size of that Golden Age thing. A. Heartthrobs number 3. This one took a little bit of a hit on condition. This one's down to like a 4. E. But if you want some stuff a little more affordable, I have the School Romance Date Book. This is a mid-grade Harvey Comics, a little more affordable. The Three Rocketeers from 1965, a mid-grade number 1. Wow, it just got really vintage up in here. A beautiful, very high grade cover of Supergirl versus Superman 346 F. Claim the Heartthrobs, says Laura. Laura, I'm going to give you G for free because of that. Thank you. Maui, thank you. Wow, we have a clean wall. Gosh, that's awesome. Near mint, first cameo and first cover of Zira. Do I know who that character is? No, Spawn 154. This is the first full appearance, 156 of Zira. Another Spawn one, but I'll wait. Strange Tales 157. This is very high grade. I don't know if Key Collector is broken, but they said like the high was $50. So I did 40. I should have run this by like eBay solds and graded because this is definitely worth grading. That seems like a mistake, but we're going to run it. I bet a lot of you are going to jump for that. That is really high grade for 40. Next up, we have a mid-die 421 adventure. It's the first appearance of Night Flame. Gee. Here's about a 3.5 Adventure Comics 350. First appearance of the Hag in Mylar. Lou got to it first. Parts. A couple Lois, 4/5 issue 55, and probably a 4/0 issue 23, which is a 10 center. I also have a mid-grade Supergirl number 1. Frank, I actually laughed at that. Oh my gosh. Nesmith went with A and B. Frank, what the heck, man? Oh man. Oh, good stuff. Hard nips. Oh, I see some Spider-Man coming in. Fantastic Four 119. It actually appears to be almost near mint, but it has like I guess some Marvel chipping randomly on the corner right there. I almost put 40 on it. Had to cross out and do 20. 119 is the first appearance of Black Leopard. They renamed Black Panther Black Leopard because of the Black Panther movement. B. I also have a near mint for Scarface and Ventriloquist on I. I have a funny story about this next book. All right, Parks, I got you there. This next book is a high grade Faust book. If you don't know anything about Faust, this stuff is pretty explicit and violent and this and that. But if you don't know, I actually have my parents help me out with bagging and boarding. Thank God I caught this before I sent this to them because this is so obscene. I'm not even sure if I can put it on the wall. I did put a sticker covering the worst part about it, but it is extremely explicit. Luckily, I think we're good. I think we're covered here because the sticky notes covering the naughty parts. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Solar Punk, thank you. It's just going to take me a second to find where you were. Solar Punk. Solar Punk. There you are. Where are we? Waddington got the Faust. Yeah, that is a. I've seen a lot of stuff. I don't get shocked or surprised a lot, but that is a wow, wow. That cover is crazy. No, you just have to fill out the link once. Maybe this is the cheapest book of the night. Julia Carpenter's first solo series, Spider Woman #1, $8, easy peasy. Then I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 perfect copy first Spider Gwen solo series, and I might as well go ahead and put that dot there. You guys love seeing your dots. That's going to be on G for Gwen. I have a lot of them. All right, let's see. Frank, BB Sepp. Maui Judge. Whoa, we got blurry. Come on, come on. There we go. Waddington Lou, and that'll actually do it. Wow. Keep getting blurry here. All right, then we have Ultimate Fallout. 3. It does have an ad for Ultimate Fallout 4, which I might as well skip along and find that in here. Which I do have one of those. 9.4. 75. I do not know if it's ever been cleaned and pressed. A lot of times that is a book where you actually want to grab up the lower grades and press it because it probably didn't get pressed. Remember, that is a book that actually needs to be pressed if you ever want to get a 9.8 because it came in a poly bag which had an indentation. Classic Stan Lee, Marvel Age 41. That's a beautiful 9.8 white H. Near mint Spidey, #1 on I. I have a couple near mint Spidey 2099. Could be gradables on F. Oh gosh. Okay. Wow, we really Dan and Randy. There's Randy. And there's Dan. Sweet. DJ. So D or just boom. The platinum version, I think, is over $100. That'd be a little higher than 15. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Ultimate Comics, all new Spider-Man. That's the first Miles solo issue. Near mint. Near mint first spot. Spectacular 98. Then we have first Moreland and Ezekiel Sims, which is a horribly underpriced book now. Madam Web did some damage to that price. That used to be a pretty solid $40. 300, thank you. Okay. Seemingly perfect condition, 410. Classic Bagley cover on F. Two iconic 345, which is actually a cover they homaged in the new excellent Spider-Man movie. Trask, thank you. First appearance of Cletus Cassidy, near mint D. Todd McFarlane cover and first appearance of Solo, allied to Spidey, 323 F. Stones gets an I. Hey! Nice claim on G2. I am Alpha Man. Alpha Man, make sure you fill out the link with your first name, last name, and address right here. I'll get you invoiced after the show. I did mention invoices are actually going to come on Sunday. Typically, I'm a send out invoices within 24 hours and ship within 24 hours guy. But this is a precursor to the Sunday show. So I think I'm still going to do all the invoicing on Sunday. Make sure you pay. You'll be out in the mail Monday morning. And followed by Judge on I. Thank you, Judge. Stones. Junes. Actually, I have two of those. Okay, we're caught up there. All right, then we have Amazing Spider-Man 546. First full appearance of Mr. Negative, Jackpot, and Freak. And then I have the extra rare, which is a full double up in price. I forget who did the variant for this, but beautiful gradables right there. Both of those could be 9/8. That's your cover A and your more valuable variant. D3, found you. Near mint, first appearance of Anti-Venom 569. I also have a near mint, maybe near mint minus second Black Cat. That's 195. Gunga. Near mint minus first appearance of Calypso 209 on D. I have a near mint minus 430. I was just mentioning how exceedingly rare this book was. And then the next day, I went and got a collection and found a freaking newsstand. Bam! Ridiculous. 430. Probably the hardest 400 level Spidey book to find, I would say. Waddington. Then we have a decent copy, mid to high 120, Demon in a Bottle Part 1, but it's also first Justin Hammer. D. And then we have a high grade of the Justice League 95, the Jimi Hendrix cover. On I, this is like a $5 book. Have that sneak in here. I'll save that for Sunday. Key Collector 15, but I always do them for 10. First Iron Maiden, Marvel Fanfare, number 11. That's Black Widow's mom. That one's Laura Leet. 6 to Garcia. There's Moreland. Thank you. 6. Waddington gets a J. TMNT Adventures number 190 white. Lethal Protector 196, literally at the 90-day average. PJ, let's do 70. You got a deal. I have this, pretty tough to find. This came with like dog treats, Milk-Bone dog treats as a tie-in to the movie. Someone got it graded, which is a good thing I got a 9.6. That actually keeps it nice and affordable. I think the 9.8 is like $200. So it's the Milk-Bone. You had to literally buy it for your dog to get that comic. Pretty crazy. PJ, yeah, that works. That's a good price, man. PJ, thank you. A very high grade Ms. Marvel 17. Full wall, but we are getting nicely to the end here. Love to see it. All right, I'm going to restart that timer. Hey, Siri, restart timer. Hey, Siri, restart timer. All right, 1 minute on the wall. Oops. What number is C that is spawn? 154. Oh, look, Ultimate Fallout 3 being added. That just makes sense. Look at that. You know what? I am Alpha Man. I'm going to give you that for free. Thank you. Free. Pardon my terrible handwriting. 6. Thank you. I cannot do 55 on I. No. High grades of Marble Spotlight 13, Son of Satan. Beautiful copies. First, Catherine Reynolds, a mid-grade 14 from a different collection. Near Mint, first appearance of Psylocke, New Mutants Annual 2. A couple more romance for you. 1956, this is mid to high. Patsy Walker, 66, 10 center. This one's even better. It's nice and early, number 24. About a 6. Then I have about a 6.5 to a 7. The Marriage of Barry Allen, 165. Flash. All right, let's see. Waddington on C. Randy on I. Nice. And Laura adding to the romance. Spider-Man Noir, number 196, for Hundy. You got options here, folks. Here's the 5-0, here's the 4-0. First, him and Carla Zota, D and E. FF number 66. Classic cover, mid-grade Doc Strange 12 center, 180 Eternity cover. Mike Wright. I just have to find the pile. Oh boy. Found it. I have this little $5 slip in here. First appearance of the New Defenders near Mint. Doc Strange 50. 12-cent Doom Patrol in mid-grade, 118 on D. The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, number 2. It's about a 3-0. A little more romance. I told you there were more of these. Near Mint Newsy, gradable on I. Near Mint Newsy, gradable first Lady Deathstrike, 111 on J. That's old news. Gunga got H. Rivy on G. Neely on I. We're getting a little blurry again. And again, same book. Near Mint, direct. Kilt, nothing on there. Lou J. What's up, Windrose? Six. Oh, you're down here. I think a couple of my $5 snuck in here. First appearance of Nyla, Skin, 285, Daredevil. Mid-grade 96, Black Widow team up. Captain America Does Cocaine, high grade 375. Mid-grade 161, first cover appearance of Peggy. Her back to you in the chair. I don't know how these slipped in there, but hey. Nips. I do have a potential gradable here. The JCPenney rare reprint. I made a video about them of Cap 109. Followed by Cap 337, First Captain, Black Racer, and Copperhead. Mints. I have no idea how this got in here, but the 90s Bugs Bunny, number 1. And then this is something pretty special, actually. This is Black Widow's first solo series, which obviously I'm sure you're familiar with number 1. But it's also the second volume full series. And I guess volume 3, another 3-part arc, Yelena Belova's first solo series. I'm pretty sure I got that crazy underpriced. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like 100. But what the hell? You can get it all in one shot, near mint, no missing issues, bing bang boom on I. Why are we so cut off? Hold on. That's worse. Okay. Hold on. Come on. Trying to force it. I don't know why that's not. Marcus Henderson's going to start a file with J. And then that's it for the Raws. I have some other things I could show you, but that's the end. Let me check over here in this box. Probably have more. Near mint, first Phantom X, 128. Kilt's going to get a G. Okay. What else do I have? Oh, somehow this slid. X23, #1, near mint, her first solo series. Somehow that got separated from the others. Extraordinary X-Men #1. It's one of the hip hop variants. Laura Lee. I have a near mint Jim Lee 268, and I actually bundled it because I happen to have it, the like zombie version. No extra price. Mike White. Just gotta find where the pile is, Mike. There you are. All right, and then I have a couple slabs. Batman 190 for Silver Age Penguin 6.5 on H. And this is actually my first PSA. This is the foil Invincible #1, which seems to be about a $70 9.8, but this is actually signed by Ryan Otley, and actually the signature scored the perfect 10. And here's what I'll say about the PSA slab. If you're a fan of the CBCS slabs, remember how tight and perfect the newest ones felt? This feels like that. That is a brick, dude. That's going to be on G. Oh, God. Greek, how you doing? On I. Oh, second penguin. Sorry, I must have misspoke. A widow bundle. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Invincible. Hey, man, I don't know. I think they're a little addicting, man. I like them, dude. They feel like way more solid than a CGC slab. I don't know, guys. I like it. I think I'm a fan. See if I have another slab or two I can show you. Robin 24 is the first cameo of Lock Up. Batman villain right there. 9.8 white. All right, I'm going to start a timer on 1 minute, and then I can go to bed. 6 to Garcia, getting another slab. Thank you, 6. All right, I'm going to get a timer on here. I will see you guys on Sunday. Hey, Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Condition on F was about a 3.30. Now he gets one of the Bs. Dude, why does this keep happening? Come on. No, Sunday is brand new stuff, but also you will see these again. This is about everything that didn't sell today is like half of a short box. Sunday is going to be like 5 long boxes, so it's going to be completely new stuff. Um, 95% of you, I'm not going to invoice you until Sunday. I am going to need to invoice a couple of you just to kind of literally pay some of my upcoming bills. So some of you are going to get an invoice probably tomorrow or Friday. Please pay it. You'll at least be shipped out for the weekend. But the vast majority of you, I'm just going to send the invoice on Sunday. So I'll see you then, guys. Great show. And I actually just got a collection in today on top of this. So there's going to be some more bangers mixed in on Sunday. Sweet deal. Goodbye. If somehow you haven't done it, you need to fill out this link. If you don't fill out the link, that is the same thing as not paying for your books. Please fill out the link and pay for your books when you get the invoice. Love you and good night.